everybody, I am Haley Gray. I'm the founder of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. I'm also a digital marketer. And tonight I wanted to share some cold, hard truths that you might not know about websites, especially if you're a small business owner. These are some things that you really need to know in today's world of websites. So first thing is that one of the things that is the most important is that you need to know where your domain is registered. You need to make sure as the business owner that you own your own domain. I cannot tell you how many times I have seen problems with that. And you need to make sure that you know where your website is being hosted and what platform the website is developed on. Is it WordPress? Is it Shopify? Is it Wix? What is it? And you need to know where it is. And you, as the business owner, this is not like maybe, you need to own your own website. You also need to own your own Google Analytics properties, your own Google Search Console, and your own Google My Business. And while we're at it, yes, you need to create and own your own social media accounts. Let me just say that I have had clients with problems with this in the last 24 hours, and more than one of them. The next thing you need to know is that WordPress is an amazing platform, and it requires software updates. Most of the updates that happen for WordPress themes, WordPress, for WordPress plugins, etc., are not just feature updates, and they are not just optional. They are likely security updates, which means that if you ignore updating your website regularly and updating the software on your website regularly, that you run the risk of being hacked. And let me just tell you, if you get hacked, it can be really ugly. Let me tell you about the Boy Scout troop that I had to fix their website. They got turned into a porn site. Just saying, it can happen. I have seen a lot of websites hacked because they didn't keep their stuff updated. One of the other things that can happen on WordPress, and I'm not trying to diss WordPress here because I do the vast majority of my websites on WordPress because better SEO, more configuration, and a ton of stuff that you can do. However, there are some downsides to every single platform. And please know that if you are not updating your website, and this is not the sexy stuff, y'all. This is the stuff, though, that will take your business down. People can and do hold websites hostage. They hold them for ransom. They do all of these things. So one of the things I want to beg you is know where all of your stuff is. Know who is hosting your website. Know how your website is being hosted. Know who has access to your website. Regardless of platform, you need to know who is getting in and out of your website. If you hire somebody to build your website, you need to know that it is that somebody that is getting in and out of your website and not some random individual that they have assigned access to your website and given your user ID and credentials to in order to get into the website, because mayhem can and does happen. Your website can and will be taken hostage. I've seen that happen more than once. The things that we see doing website maintenance, doing website development that take forever to fix, that are so painful, that are so expensive, are basically boiled down to safety, security, not necessarily knowing what all plugins you have on your website. And this applies to Shopify as well. Making sure you understand all of your software, making sure you understand all of your software licenses, and making sure that everything is at the latest revision. One of the other little gotchas with websites is that if you are not updating your website regularly, Google is going to demote you. You're not going to get found on Google. So it is pointless to have a website that you are not updating regularly. Please make sure that you are updating your website regularly. And I mean updating your content, updating your information, and all the things. If you are not updating it, then you're going to be losing search engine ranking over time. I mean, it just is. If we look at, how to do it, this is one of the things that we need to do. So here's what you need to do. Make sure your website is up to date. Make sure you know who has access. Go into your website, check it out. See where your website is being hosted. Do you know who has access to your DNS? Do you know who has access to your hosting? Make sure you understand all of these things. If you don't, talk to me, talk to somebody who's reputable. Let us help you, because some of the messes that then end up having to be cleaned up are going to take your business out. And I hate it. It breaks my heart so much. Don't do it. Let's keep everything clean and above board and, help each other. These are the things that we don't talk about in business. These are the really awkward conversations when somebody calls me and they're like, yeah, I went in and we tried to update something on the website and the whole thing blew up. And we've had times that that's happened. And that happens because the website is not being kept up to date. And then you can't update the website and you can't update anything. So not a good look, not a good situation to find yourself in, not something that I enjoy for my clients. It breaks my heart. Don't break my heart, y'all. Keep your website stuff up to date and pay attention to your security. And please, for the love of bacon, no user IDs called admin on your website, because that's easy to hack. Be safe out there. Safe interneting, y'all. Take care. Have a good night. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.